it's very easy to write those things into a school curriculum, that creativity and critical thinking are important. But then we need to think about the learning environments in which those skills are developed. Creative thinking is not developed if we just transmit knowledge to people. We need to have a much more active form of learning where students are co-creators of learning situations, and that then requires a different way of teaching. We need to enable teachers to build those kinds of skills and give them the support actually to create innovative learning environments.
One of the difficulties with creativity and critical thinking is that they are very big concepts.
We will get very good effects by implementing creativity and critical thinking in the classroom when we have tasks that people understand and that teachers can interpret, oh, that's meaningful for me, that's purposeful.
It's very important that the teachers learn how to leave room to develop activities that give space for students to be creative or to think critically.
Ideas are generated collectively and collaboratively, and we evolved as social beings. So the more that we can do project-based work that brings young people together to work together, I think the more relevant our learning will be.
I have seen students who possibly couldn't or wouldn't achieve, and they achieve this through exploring materials or creating art forms which just blow you away, and they achieve good grades, and that makes them feel really proud. And as a teacher, I think those are the greatest moments.
Part of teaching can be to try to focus on creative activity directly, but it also could be, in a more basic way, to focus on building those ingredients. Building mental flexibility, building openness, building risk-taking.
What we found in the project is actually that teachers very much already share the view that these skills are malleable. These can be taught and it can be done in education, but we need the right tools and the right approaches.
We don't spend enough time talking to the children and young people themselves. We study them, we go and sit in their classrooms, we draw conclusions from what we observe, but we don't actually talk to them in the depth and with the frequency that we really ought to do.
Increasingly, we are recognizing that in the learning process, young people are using their creativity, using their critical thinking, they're doing other kinds of things as well, and these are skills that they bring to bear on their learning.
For any teacher really engaged in working in an innovative way in the classroom and outside the classroom with their young people, I would say harness the potential of your young people, work with them, co-design your projects, root your work in collaborative practice, and be social in your endeavours to progress your curriculum. And that way you will generate fresh ideas, they will be relevant, meaningful, inspiring, your young people will be really engaged, and teachers will find themselves also very, very inspired.
We don't believe that the mathematicians, the math teachers, science teachers, they are in charge of critical thinking, that the arts teachers are in charge of creativity, and it has to be, everyone has to be responsible and included as part of his or her teaching.
The role of the school, and especially the role of the teacher, will be even increasing, despite the fact that, some people think that the new technologies can substitute the teacher. It will never happen, because the role of the teacher in the contemporary world and contemporary education will be even increasing.